When you finally believe what God says about your value, you'll step into a lifetime of influence and freedom. Today, we're going to talk about two key truths. First, the priceless ways God shows you your true value. And second, how one Christian philosopher took that truth and literally changed the world. Most of us struggle to see ourselves clearly. We measure our value by our failures, by how others treat us, or by what we see in the mirror. But God looks at you with different eyes. Jesus in Luke 12:6-7 said, "What is the value of your soul to God? Could your worth be defined by any amount of money?" God doesn't abandon or forget even the small sparrow he's made. How could he then forget or abandon you? What about the seemingly minor issues of your life? Do they matter to God? Of course they do. So you never need to worry, for you are more valuable to God than anything else in the world. Many of you know this scripture, and you know that this is not a literal word-for-word translation. The author is trying to convey the meaning of this scripture, and I think he accurately does that. God knows every detail of your life. Even the hairs on your head are numbered. That's how intimately he treasures you. Psalm 139 says he knit you together in your mother's womb. So what is your life worth to God? He paid the highest price imaginable, his son, for you, so you could live. Think about that. You're not some random act of creation. You are his son, his daughter. He calls you a masterpiece. You're not forgotten. You're priceless in his eyes. And when you begin to believe that, it unlocks the life that he planned and prepared for you to live. This truth, that every person has special value because God gives it to us, didn't just transform individuals, it reshaped the world. In the 1600s, kings in Europe ruled by what they called the divine right of kings. The Catholic Church, more political than spiritual at that time, claimed that rulers were chosen by God and everyone else was just meant to serve them. But a Christian philosopher named John Locke knew the Bible. He saw that every human being has worth in God's eyes. That meant no one man is greater than another. Each person has dignity, freedom, and the right to live as God created them. This idea changed everything. Locke's writings inspired Thomas Jefferson, who penned these words in the beginning of the Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, and they're endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Democracy was built on this undeniable truth. God values man. Each person has value. Each person has worth. The fact that each of us was created by God gives us value, gives us worth. We're all loved by God. We're all equal in his eyes. God has given each of us equal rights to life, to freedom, and to pursuit of happiness. First in America, then France, then nations throughout Europe, South America, and the world. Governments were built on the value of the individual. People were afforded rights. Kings and dictators began to topple. Freedom spread throughout the world, and it began with one biblical truth. God places priceless value on every human life. Do you see it? The same truth that sets nations free is the truth that will set you free. When you believe God's view of your worth, you stop living a small life. You step into freedom, and your life begins to influence the world around you. Activation. Declare this out loud with me. Luke 12:6-7, this is personalized. What is the value of my soul to God? Could my worth be defined by any amount of money? God doesn't abandon or forget even the small sparrow he has made. How then could he forget or abandon me? What about the seemingly minor issues of my life? Do they matter to God? Of course they do. So I never need to worry, for I am more valuable to God than anything else in the world. Remind yourself of who you really are several times a day. Write this down. Put it where you'll see it. When doubt or discouragement comes, answer it with God's truth. Declare this over your life. Daily, God strengthens me to know my true worth. Remember, knowing your true value unlocks the life that God planned for you. Believe it and step into the freedom that God created you for. Join me tomorrow for more Daily Strength from God. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. And until tomorrow, God bless.